Students, how are you all? Hope you are all doing good. This is me Usha here. Today let's do some exercises for the lesson Who Did Patrick's Homework? Who did Patrick's homework? This story has a lot of rhyming words as a poem does. Can you write out some parts of it like a poem so that the rhymes come at the end of separate lines? For example, Patrick never did homework, too boring, he said. He played baseball and hockey and Nintendo instead. I have picked some of the sentences from the story. Let me read it out for you. First sentence, to his surprise, it wasn't a doll at all. In this sentence, what are the rhyming words? Doll and all. Second sentence, he had a little old shirt with old-fashioned breeches and a high tall hat much like a witch's. Breeches and witches are the rhyming words. Third one, don't give me back to that cat. I will grant you a wish. I promise you that. Here see, that has come for 2 times. Fourth sentence, only if you do all my homework until the end of the semester, that's 35 days. If you do a good enough job, I would even get a A's. In this fourth sentence, if you do, it has occurred for twice. Help me, he did say. In this sentence, again, what is the rhyming word here? Help me. And Patrick would have to help in whatever way. There are 2 more rhyming words. Say and way. Sixth sentence, no, what's even better, look up the word and sound it out by each letter. In the sixth sentence, better and later are the rhyming words. Here, sit down beside me, you simply just guide me. In this sentence, beside and guide are the rhyming words. Eighth sentence, else, know nothing of human history. To them it's a mystery. In this 8th sentence, what are the rhyming words? History and mystery. 9th sentence, so the little elf, already a shouter, just got louder. In the 9th sentence, what are the rhyming words? Shouter and louder. 10th one, as a matter of fact, every day in every the way, that little elf was a nag. And Patrick was working harder than ever and was the drag. And the last sentence, what are the rhyming words? Nag and drag. Next exercise, look at these sentences. Too boring, he said. Cleaned his room, did his chores. When we speak, we often leave out words that can easily be guessed. We do not do this when we write unless we are trying to write as we speak, as in the story. So, if we were to write carefully, we would say homework is too boring, he said. He cleaned his room and did his chores. Next one. Rewrite the following incomplete sentences carefully so that the reader does not have to guess what is left out. More and more books, too difficult, got up late, solved the mystery. More and more books. The elf asked for more and more books to read and complete the work. Too difficult. The puzzle is too difficult to solve. Got up late, missed the bus. Patrick got up late and missed the bus. Solved the mystery. Patrick solved the mystery and scored a grade. This is speaking skills. In the story, Patrick does difficult things. he hates to do because the elf pretends he needs help. Have you ever done something difficult or frightening by pretending about it in some way? Tell your classmates about it or say what you feel about the homework. For example, you may say, I am not fond of homework. Your partner may reply, but my sister helps me with my lessons at home and that gives me a boost to my marks. Like that. Can you see the box? I have worked out with my partner. Here I refers to me, my partner refers to my friend. I am not fond of reading books, but my brother told me that reading books gives a boost to your vocabulary. My friend is not so keen on scoring good grades in the exams, but my sister said that she would assist me in my lessons to score well in the exams. I have not developed a liking for playing football, but my cousin assured me that he will help me to learn how to play football. My younger brother has taken to playing chess, but my brother does not support me to play indoor games. I have appealed to my physical training teacher to allow me a day's break from the drill session, but playing outdoor games can be a boon for your health. I have always had a taste for delicious food. But my mother says that I should clean my bare hands with the aid of soap and water before touching the food. Look at this cartoon by R.K. Lakshman. Read the sentence given below the cartoon. Discuss the following questions with your partner. What is it about? Do you find it funny? If so, why? Do you think a cartoon is a serious drawing? Why or why not? Look at, if you want more time, you can pause the video. Here is my answer. It depicts a father's concern for the betterment and improvement of his son. Yes, the cartoon exhibits a funny tone. The father orders his son to finish his homework, but he stops the boy from reading the laws against child labor. A cartoon mostly depicts the day-to-day activities of life with funny images. Although the above cartoon is a serious drawing, it draws our attention to a common problem that affects one and all. Grammar part now. What is a noun? A noun is a person. A noun is a name of a person, place, thing or an idea. Singular and plural nouns. Singular nouns refer to one thing like a baby, a dog, a flower. Plural nouns refer to two or more things like babies, dogs, flowers. Concrete and abstract nouns. Concrete nouns are something you can perceive with your five senses. Abstract nouns, something you cannot perceive through any of your five senses. Collective nouns. Name a group of people or thing. This class of nouns denotes a group of people, animals, objects or concepts or ideas as a single entity. I repeat, this class of nouns denotes a group of people, animals, objects or concepts or ideas as a single entity. For example, an army of soldiers. Compound nouns made up of two or more words acting as a single unit. Types: separate words, coffee table. Hyphenated words, editor-in-chief. Combined words, battlefield. Common nouns and proper nouns. A common noun names any type of person. A proper noun names any specific person, place or thing. Countable and uncountable nouns can be called as count nouns and non-count nouns. Count nouns, nouns that we can count. They can be singular or plural. Non-count nouns, nouns that we cannot count. They have no plural. Example, bread, cheese, ice cream, yogurt. Pronouns. I, he, we, us, she. Types of pronouns. Personal, I, me, he, she. Possessive, his, hers, its. Relative, who, whose, that. Reflexive, myself, yourself, himself. Choose a picture, write 2 sentences using noun and another sentence using pronoun. Amal is a school girl. She is a school girl. Ahmad is a school boy. He is a school boy. Possessive pronouns. Here I am going to teach you with subject pronouns so that it makes the understanding better. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. These are all subject pronouns. Possessive pronouns are mine, yours, his, hers, ours, theirs. Note, for it there is no possessive pronouns in this example. The bicycle is mine. The bicycle is yours. The bicycle is his. The bicycle is hers. The bicycle is ours. The bicycle is theirs. Relative pronouns take the place of nouns or pronouns. They are called relative pronouns because they always relate back to something or someone else. They are joined to sentences about the same person or thing. Who, whose, whom, which, that. These are all relative pronouns. Now let's see with the usage and one example for each. Who, replace the subject pronouns I, he, she, we and they. This is the man who broke the window. Whose, show possession or relationship. She knew the family whose house we bought. Whom, replace the object pronouns me, her, him, us and them. They have found the lady whom they want to interview. Which, clauses that begin with which are almost always non-restrictive. For example, my precious blue lamp which was in the room was broken. That, clauses that begin with that are almost always restrictive clauses. For example, the lamp that was in the room was broken. Reflexive pronouns. Reflexive pronouns are used when the subject and object are the same. For example, the cat licked itself. Reflexive pronouns are used as the object of a preposition when the subject and object are the same. I sometimes talk to myself. Reflexive pronouns are used to emphasize the subject. We will clean the room ourselves. Can you see the above picture here? I am going to read out these sentences for you. I sometimes talk to myself. Do you ever ask yourself this question? Please take good care of yourselves. He hurt himself with a knife. She looked at herself in a mirror. The cat licked itself. We will clean the room ourselves. They had a nice time. They enjoyed themselves. They enjoyed themselves. Hope you have understood. Please do the homeworks and classworks and send me in the Google Classroom. Thank you. Bye-bye.